This is how one young man is taking Britain's knife crime crisis into his own hands, in the true sense of the phrase.
This is no joke, it's sharp.
Farron Paul is a one-man weapons collector, travelling the country, ridding it of knives, blade by blade. At 11 p.m. on Sunday, we're called to Enfield in North London. How bad do you think it is right now?
It's terrible. It's not bad, it's gone past bad.
The so-called Faz amnesty has quite a following, which is why, with people sleeping in nearby houses, Hollywood star Idris Elba turns up on this street corner too.
A kid who's scared of his neighbourhood is not going to just roll to the police and give up a knife. He's just not going to do that. And he can trust someone that he can relate to.
Are you saving lives?
I'm taking knives. Like, I think that's quite self-explanatory.
Do you think those knives that we've just seen, they would have been used to kill someone if they hadn't been taken?
I believe it's possible, yeah.
Is the government doing enough?
Look, this isn't a question about whether they're doing enough or not. I think we all know the answer to that, because if the answer was, yeah, they are, then we wouldn't be here, would we? I think there needs to be a closer look at, what happens when kids from schools get excluded. If there's nowhere to go where they can take their mind or their safety, away from whatever beef is going on, whether it's a post-Cold War, whether it's a gang-related thing, what are they supposed to do? Do you know what I mean? I think the government needs to look at that very carefully. When I was growing up,
as we talk, knives are handed in discreetly.
You see when the guy texted me just now and said he don't want to be on camera? This is what he's brought in it. You see this thing here? I was chasing this guy for 2 weeks for this, but this thing looks mad, isn't it? I got 2 shanks there. Send pics, but I always make them send me pictures, so I can cover myself.
Yeah.
Later, he'll hand these knives into the police, and there will be more than he expected. This man drives up with a knife his friends have kept hidden on their estate for emergencies. Seeing Faz out tonight, he's decided to get rid of it. There's a moment of anxiety when the police drive by, but the officers appear untroubled by what they see. And today, the Prime Minister announced her own quite different strategy for taking knives off the streets, a new legal requirement for schools and hospitals to report signs children are becoming more violent. The 13-year-old son of Amber, not her real name, was stabbed and airlifted to hospital. He received no trauma support and things deteriorated. She now fears he's potentially implicated in a recent stabbing.
It's like he's just a walking time bomb. They gave me a few numbers for counselling and support for my son. I contacted those services and they never once got back to me.
Over time, she frequently reported him to the police and social services, the kind of agencies the Prime Minister said today must do more. Amber says they were aware, just ineffective.
I've been in meetings where they've been arguing amongst themselves about who is supposed to be doing what, who I'm not supposed to do this is your job, so nothing gets done.
Last year saw the most fatal stabbings ever recorded. The solutions are now getting ever more creative to make sure this year isn't even worse.